So our learning goal for this lesson, all we want to do is understand the midpoint formula. We're not going to use the midpoint formula in this lesson, that'll be the next video. Now the midpoint formula, the whole point, the whole reason for the midpoint formula is if you've got 2 points on a line, sometimes it would be useful to know where exactly is the middle. It looks like it's about there somewhere, but we want to know where exactly, what are the coordinates of that middle point. Now you can do this fairly intuitively. If you were to draw one of those triangles that we're becoming so familiar with, an easy way to find the midpoint would be to find this length and then find the middle point here. And then to do the same on this, to find the distance from there to there and find the middle point here. Now if I draw up from there, that'll give me my midpoint. Now, the question is, how do we find this? And how do we find this? How do we find this middle point and how do we find this middle point? Now, looking at this one first, if you want to find the middle point between this x value and this x value, another way to think about it is finding the average between this x value and this x value. Now to find the average between two x values, you would add them together and then divide them by 2. So our midpoint for the x value is going to be x2 plus x1. Be careful, normally you're subtracting them in the other formulas, divided by 2. And now if we want to know our midpoint between the y values, our midpoint between this and this, we can do the same thing. y2 plus y1 divided by 2. Don't really need all these brackets here, let's get rid of them. So here we have our midpoint formula, x2 plus x1 over 2, y2 plus y1 over 2. That's understanding the midpoint formula. In the next video, we'll use it to find the midpoint between those 2 points.